So I've debated back and forth on whether or not I should even start rolling a camera, and let me tell you why. I am terrified right now. So something I've wanted to do ever since I was 12 years old, and again, I'm gonna have a hard time explaining this because I didn't need to just go do it really quick, and then I'm gonna narrate everything afterwards and fill you in on what's going on. But ever since I've been a little kid, I've always been infatuated with air shows. I've been infatuated with the American flag, patriotism. I love this country. I love the United States. I've had family members who have been in the armed services. I have this immense sense of patriotism for my country. And ever since I was 12 years old, I've wanted to carry the flag in the air. And I've never really known how it was going to manifest itself, but I knew I've always wanted to do it. Well, now the PUKANA team finally has an opportunity to do it for the 4th of July. We're going to be coming in with smoke, me, probably Brad Roper and Taylor Palmer, coming in with red, white, and blue smoke, and then the American flag. And I'm so excited. I am so excited to do it, and incredibly nervous because I didn't buy a small flag. I bought a gigantic flag. This flag is this sucker right here. It is massive, and there's not a whole lot of information online about how big of a flag people have taken before and been successful with, because I've towed flags in the past, but they've all been smallish, and this is a massive flag. So I came out on a day that I don't have any tandems going on. You can tell there's a bit of a breeze, which was planned. We're getting about 10 miles an hour right now on my face out here on the salt flats. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this flag up, get ready to snag it. I'm not gonna, maybe I'll narrate a little bit of it, but I'm telling you what, guys, like, I'm genuinely really nervous. So I'm gonna get this flag set up, ready to be picked up by the foot carry, and then I'm gonna fly a tandem wing. And the inner dialogue in my head is saying that a tandem wing will be better because then I can fly slower, hook the flag, and take the extra weight. But then there's another part of my mind that's saying, no, that's the worst thing you can do because the tandem has a higher stall speed. And wait, is that right? The tandem is more, the tandem lightly loaded, I'll word it like that. The tandem lightly loaded is easier to stall than a wing properly loaded. And so me flying the tandem solo 41 meters and then adding all this drag, not necessarily weight, but drag, may cause me to stall. And if I stall, I'm gonna be stalled at about 20 feet above the ground, and there's not a lot of time for recovery there. The other part of my mind says, well, it's a big tandem wing, it's 41 meters, so even if you go parachutal, you can probably glide that thing in a stall to the ground and be okay. I haven't been able to sleep for the last week thinking about this moment right now, so I'm gonna throw this GoPro on my helmet and we're gonna roll film and we're gonna find out together. So my fingers are crossed, keep your fingers crossed. It's time to go try this. Here's the foot catch thing that I hope works. Everything is so theoretical, it's like, maybe this will work. Look at this, holy smokes. This thing is huge. I respect this flag immensely. I've had family and I've had friends who have bled for this. I know a lot of you have had people who have died for this flag, and I believe in everything that it represents. And so while it kills me that it's on the ground, just know that this is all for testing purposes so that you know, I can display my purest form of patriotism
It's just kind of the necessary nature of testing, is that it's got to be on the ground. So again, it's with as much respect as I can, with as much respect as I possess, that I'm testing this flag out and handling it that way. Oh, sorry, 15 by 25. Jeez Louise. And what I did is, instead of having a huge weight, because in order to fly this thing properly, it would have required a massive weight. So I put it on a pole, and I didn't want to put it on a real thick pole, so I reinforced the pole with my own bridle system. Holy cow. So as you can tell, I set up the bridle system so that this was my assumed hang angle. That's how low I assumed it'd be hanging. And that'll pull through the air perfectly level. However, if it's not hanging, if it's hanging a little bit more horizontal, it's gonna have a little bit angle to it. Gonna go on the ground. I'm gonna fly right here. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna swoop in and whoop, catch that on my foot. And then tow the whole thing and hopefully not get drugged to the ground. This side, come in, fly in low, and that's why I'm doing this in wind and with the tandem, so that I can come in nice and slow and hook it. Now, why slow? Well, because in my head, the airspeed's always constant in the wing. Depending on the weight loading, the airspeed's constant. But the ground speed can either be very abrupt or very slow. And so right now with the wind, at least my ground speed's gonna be slow to the point where, like, I'm not gonna get yanked violently when I grab this flag. So if it doesn't work, I feel like the headwind gives me enough time to flick that thing off my foot and recover. That was incredible. It worked perfectly. No problems at all. It was, that was an incredible flight. The pickup was no problem. It was not as much drag as I expected. The tandem, flying so underweight, is very slow and boaty, and not very nice to control, just very slow. But the flag, no problem. And I didn't have anyone, I flew the highway like most of that flight, hoping that someone who knows me will snap a video of that. So if anyone did, I'm gonna include it right now. But the flag, from my perspective, and the shadow looked like it was hanging perfectly. Like it was nice, straight and level, and fully visible.
Now that's an intro if ever I saw one, right? Amazing. All right, folks, let's get this party started.